Hello, everyone. Please join me as I welcome here on my video Gokul Raj from Coimbatore, right? A student who is no more a CMA student, I would say, because he has outshined in his final exams and has got an All India rank 17. It is huge achievement. First of all, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Good morning, all.
Good morning. Although we are going to discuss about your journey and know your study techniques and tips for aspiring students, but let me begin with a very obvious question. How does it feel?
I can just express it in words, ma'am. It has been like 2 days after results came, but I'm still not out of that feeling, ma'am. It just feels so good.
I am sure it is an exemplary feeling. It cannot be put into words, right? But were you expecting a rank?
To be honest, no, ma'am. I wasn't expecting a rank because I just felt I could have done more in the end. I don't know why, but I felt like I could have done more in the end. So I wasn't fully satisfied with my performance, even though I did well. I'm the worst critic of me. I like to do always the more things. So
Wonderful,
I was
wonderful.
very anxious at the last days of the result. I couldn't even sleep. And your videos at the last day, actually, it was very motivating to me. I also commented in your video. It was it was like a very bad day to me. I was very anxious and all those thoughts came racing into my mind. But in the end, I'm not easily motivated. So, but your videos, it actually used to help me, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I'm happy to know that. But you have said a wonderful line. I think it's the most beautiful thing that everyone should notice, that I am the most, I would say, harsh critic of my own self, right? In a scenario where people are criticizing others, you're criticizing your own self to be the better version of yourself, right? So that's a wonderful thought that we have got over here. I am happy to know this. How does your parents feel? What was their reaction? Are you living with your parents or you're living?
Yes, ma'am. I'm living with my parents. Actually,
Okay.
they have a grocery store.
Okay.
I just recently completed my graduation, ma'am. Last 6 months only. I'm
Okay.
20 years of age. I'm living with my parents still. And
You are just 20 years of age.
Yes, ma'am.
You are just 20. Oh my
Yes, ma'am.
God. And you have already cleared your CMA exams
Yes, ma'am.
with wonderful rank. This deserves an applause. Wonderful to know that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. My mother was the first one I let know, and she just cried, ma'am. She just cried. She couldn't talk anything. She just cried. My
Mothers are
father,
like that only.
yes, ma'am. My father always he has a difficulty expressing his emotions, but I know he felt proud.
I am
Even
sure.
though he couldn't express it to me, but he was like telling it to everyone, his relatives, the people coming to the shop, and he was like very happy. He was sharing his happiness with everyone. I know
So
he
do
was
you
very
have
proud.
siblings or you are the only child?
Yes, ma'am. I have a brother. He's a
Okay.
software engineer.
Okay. So you have an elder brother and he's software. So
Yes,
both such a proud moment for the parents.
yes, ma'am.
Right. You should know that you have cracked one of the most difficult examinations of the nation, and that too at the age of 20. Amazing. Okay, so let me put forth some questions which will actually benefit your juniors, because there are many who are looking up to you. So I'll begin with the very first thing, that when did you start your preparation after clearing CMA Inter?
You know about the final years, no, ma'am. There was the IV and all the other things, so I couldn't fully concentrate in that, and I wasted some time. To be honest, I wasted some time, and I hope that everybody doesn't do that and start the preparation as soon as possible, because
Right.
in the last days I felt that I could have done better. I
You
mean,
could
in the
have
end,
gotten All India
everything
rank
is lost.
1, right? If you got a little
Yes,
more
ma'am.
time, right?
I started the preparations in March, but the full 100% of my effort came only after the June, ma'am. The last 4 or 5 months, I used to study. There was no good schedule for me. I used to study whenever I got the time, ma'am.
Okay.
I will go and come from the articleship. I was also doing my articleship in that time.
Right.
So I used to, when I got the time, I would get up in the morning. Like if I got up at 7, I would just study. No
Okay.
matter what, anything, I would just study until the 7 o'clock. No good schedule. I didn't have a hard schedule, but it was a flexible schedule. In the end, for the 2 or 3 months till I completed the first time I completed the whole syllabus, it was like this, ma'am. But after completed the syllabus, I got into a schedule, so it helped me more, ma'am.
Okay.
So
So
close
you
to
could
5 or 6
follow,
months.
right. So in the just before exams, 6 months before exam, you had that hard preparation, right? And you could follow a flexible schedule, I can say, because you were self-disciplined. I can see that. I can notice that. Because this is an era of distractions. You know, students have a lot of distractions. If you pick up your mobile phone, which I believe is the most distracted thing in the whole world, because you will keep watching or scrolling reels and all that, right? So in that era, you are someone who chose to be disciplined and you studied whenever you got time, right? So for
Yes,
the
ma'am.
students who often complain that, ma'am, I have to go to articleship, I have office also, this, you have to manage, right? You can wake up at 5 whenever you wake up and you're traveling, maybe you can study at any place, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, tell me.
used to say that discipline and consistency, right, ma'am? This professional course brought out those
Right.
qualities in me, ma'am.
Right. Very good. Good to know that. So when did you decide that you're going to go for both the groups? Because you did not start initially, right? Your preparation wasn't very well initially. After clearing CMA Inter, it was a little at ease, right? So when did this mind click that, okay, I have to give both groups and how should I begin with my preparation?
Yes, ma'am. Like when starting the CMA, I was not fully into it, but moving on, I found out that I am good in it. When we are good at something, we want to be the best in it.
Right.
So thinking about that, I was in a position where I have to choose what should happen next because the colleges were complete. Everybody were moving on. Most of them were going to jobs and going to next education. So I wanted to make a mark. I wanted to I aimed for a higher rank, even though I didn't put the effort at that time. I was always aiming for that rank, ma'am. So I didn't waver from that. I also gave both the groups in the inter, but I was not sure at the time. But during the final, I was always sure that I would give both the groups. No matter what happens, I will give both the groups and my best.
Okay. So you had made a decision well in advance that I have to go for both groups and that is
Yes,
my aim. So you did not have a choice that, okay, should I choose this group or that group? Your aim was already clear, right? Way
yes,
before.
ma'am.
Okay. So as you mentioned about time, that we don't have much time and time management is very crucial for success. So how did you manage 8 subjects at once?
Actually, I don't know if I'm the best for giving advice because I used to only
Okay.
sleep 2 hours a day during the exams, ma'am.
Oh my
Before the
God.
exams, if you see my search history, I was searching that how much sleep is needed for human to function. So,
Okay.
like, it was very hectic and all, but it was rewarding in the end. I wouldn't just, I have no regrets. It was the best thing to happen to me, man.
So I actually want to know, Gokul, that there are 8 subjects, right? So how many subjects should a student pick in one day? Like my point is that should a student study 2 hours of all the subjects? So maybe they have picked up one subject and they're reading it the entire day just before exams. Maybe before exams you have a span of 2 months and you're revising all the subjects. So at that time, what should be the strategy? How many subjects should you pick in one day? Because you have eight
Yes, ma'am.
subjects, so time management
Yes, ma'am.
is a little critical, right?
Yes, ma'am. My suggestion is that there are some subjects that you should study daily so that you don't forget them and do daily revisions, mainly direct tax and indirect tax.
Okay.
So tax, many people, many friends just used to tell me that they used to forget the provisions from tax. So
Right.
I will recommend that you should study tax at least 1 hour daily, both the tax subjects at least 1 hour
Okay.
daily. And that's what actually I did. And for all the other subjects, I used to, if I start something like law, if I start a chapter, I would like to complete that chapter in the same day. Without that, I can't move on to the next day. I feel like obsessive compulsive disorder like that. I will feel like if I just stop there, I couldn't move on to the next subject. So for those subjects, we can take time and complete that, ma'am. But these provisions based subjects like mainly law, tax, and IDT, we should at least give some time, ma'am. Daily 1 hour or
Right.
2 hours, ma'am.
Okay. So the subjects like where you have a lot of provisions and you have a tendency to forget those provisions because it is
Yes, ma'am.
somewhere there in your short-term memory, right? So that you should revise. Maybe if not daily, you can do it on alternate days. But other
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
subjects, you can divide the time slot, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay. So has it happened at any point of time where you felt nervous that, okay, this is not happening? Should I go for single group only or should I skip an attempt? So has these thoughts of nervousness ever struck you?
Yes, ma'am. I got nervous and anxious, everything, but I didn't feel nervous for writing both the groups, ma'am, because
Okay.
when the exam application opened, I applied for both the groups in the starting day itself. I know if I had the chance, I would definitely feel nervous and try to back off, ma'am. So when the very first day the application opened, I put my application and applied for both the groups. So I know I had no choice but to write both the exams. So it pushed me. I had no choice, so I definitely had to do that. So I was nervous, but for other reasons, not for writing both the groups, ma'am.
Okay, so you did not allow yourself a choice ever. Of course, nervousness prevails, but how did you
Yes,
overcome
ma'am.
that nervousness? Were you practicing any yoga or anything like that, maybe meditation, or you would just talk to your family? What did you do apart from your studies? I don't think you got any time.
Yes, ma'am. I used to spend time with my friends, ma'am. It
Okay,
actually helped me to uh, help me overcome the emotions, the anxiety and
right.
depressions. It helped me overcome that. And I also used to like watch TV series like sitcoms to help me calm my
Okay,
nerves.
okay,
Even
okay.
during the exam times, I used to spend like 20 to 30 minutes while I'm eating. I used to watch those, ma'am. It
Right.
gave me like needed laughter.
Right. It helps you refresh your mind so that you can put all your energy back into studies. Very good. Okay, so how did you learn law? Because I'm specifically talking about law. I would just say there are few things which students have a lot of confusion about. One is, do you learn section numbers? The second is, do you use book language? Because often students have this that, okay, fine, we understand law, but we are unable to deliver the same, right? So what should we learn? Because it is huge. Your CMA final law syllabus is huge, right? Out of that, you have to choose, okay, this is the portion that I must mug it up, right? Or I must cram. So how did you manage that? What did you learn in law?
I used to mark the important points, and I used to have this uh, sticky notes. I will take the sticky notes and I will paste it all over my house. Right now, I only have small things because the adhesive
Okay.
is it came off and just fell down. But if you came to my room during the exam times, it will be like Gajini, the movie Gajini. It will be
Okay.
like
But we
all
cannot
over
see
the room. It
anything
will be
at the
sticky
back
notes.
side, I think. You cannot turn your. Okay, so we can see. Thank you for giving us a view of some sticky notes. That is that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I used to take my notes, and most of the important provisions you would have covered in the notes itself. So first I
Right.
used to come to your video, and I will get the video, the knowledge you
Right.
share. I will hear that and I write my notes. I used to write better than I talk. I have better writing knowledge.
Okay.
I used to study and read books. I like reading newspapers, novels. I am interested in knowing stories about everyone. So my writing skills are better than my talking skills. So I didn't give the book language. As you asked, the just like in the book, I didn't give in the exams, but still, I think I gave the better. In the end, it does not matter that all the points, the whatever it is given in the book, it need not be there. But the key points and the concepts that you're clear, you have to effectively communicate it to the
Right.
people who have correction.
So
So
exactly, book language is not needed. You can definitely write in your own words, but what is more important is that the exact concept or the correct concept should be communicated, right?
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Great. Great. Thank you so much. So what are your future plans now?
Future plans. Actually, the last 3 days went like a lightning bolt, ma'am. I couldn't just think of anything, but I'm going to attend the campus placements, and
Okay.
I hope I would get a good placement.
Of course you will. Nothing can stop you, right? You're such a young and beautiful mind. I'm so happy to have this interaction with you. And
Thank you.
any last closing tips for your students or friends who are looking up to you?
Yes, ma'am. So for everyone who couldn't clear the exams this time, please don't give up hope. And the day you see those congratulations in those screen, it is better than anything in the world. It is like I couldn't just say it what it is, but it is like uh, I just couldn't, ma'am.
It's
It's like a
completely
different kind of
okay.
feeling.
I know.
Nobody could express it, but when you feel it, you will know. You can't just stop it. In life, you will move on in career wise, in education wise. You will do many things, but this point of time, that will be the best day of your life, and nobody can say no to that. So keep your head high and do your best work. Thank you.
Right. So thank you for joining us today and sharing your valuable insights. I hope this interview will serve as a source of inspiration for all our viewers. Wishing you the best in life, Gokul. I am so happy to have this interaction with you. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much. Thank you so much, Gokul. Thank you.